Manners and respect. Welcome to Today with One.
Wargwarn, my people. We're back. Big love and respect every single time. Happy to be here, man. As per, you know, the team, the duo, the dynamic duo. That's what you're calling us. But it's good. It's absolutely brilliant. So what's this episode about, my brother?
Kids, sensory, autism.
Yeah, they are
kids
different.
with superhero powers.
Yeah, man. That's what I call it. That's what we call it, superhero powers. So it's not like it's not a disability. It's a superhero. It's a super strength. And a lot of the time, how it's looked at. By the way, yeah, High Fever's been giving us left, right. Hence the glasses. So
my eyes are red.
No. Yeah, you don't need to see my eyes right now.
Wow, man.
Yeah, I've been giving us left, right, so hence the glasses. But we look good, man. We look good, so let's roll with it. You know what I mean? But yeah, back to the on point. Kids with sensory issues. So, and you know, it's a subject quite close to our hearts, as we've got sensory within the house, and it's also a subject that it's not taboo, but it's a subject that isn't really discussed
enough.
And then what it is if it is discussed, it's a thumbprint or a label or a hat. And then you wear the hat, or the kid wears the hat, or whoever wears the hat, and then that's it now. That's them labelled in a box. And I don't really like that, if I'm honest. You know,
some people, my opinion, is the way that I deal with things. I'm still learning.
Yeah, same.
Still learning.
Same.
Yeah, every day is a lesson.
100%.
But I've known for some situation and what like people. Don't take this obviously as a disrespect, but I know some people put it as a crutch.
Yes.
Put it as a crutch to their kids.
And then what that does is allow the child to act up to the title. That's what I put a hat on. Now, like you say, you know, take it with a pinch of salt. This is not us saying that this sensory issue is something that should be ignored, or it's you know, something a bit exaggerated. And like we said, we both personally have sensory within the house. However, it is something where if you allow the child or the person to act up to it, it amplifies it. Well, in my opinion, and I'm sure you will agree, when you treat the said person as the same, and I do inverted fingers because you know it's on a individual basis. However, when they feel like they're the same within the house, that's when they meet and catch up with the rest of their environment as quick or as fast as one may be able to, you know what I mean? And I have to word it like that because, you know, if you give a child a hat and you put that hat on their head, they're going to live underneath that hat. And then they will say, well, I can't because of this. Well, I can't because of that. Well, I can't because, yeah, but you know I've got this. Oh, yeah, but little Matty's got this. Oh, leave Sarah alone because she's got this. And we understand that. But when you give them, like you said, a crutch or an avenue, then what actually happens is they are able to act up publicly, impublicly, at home. But it's only when it's public we feel embarrassed. In all honesty, that's everyone, you know.
When you shouldn't be treating them any different, my opinion, treating them that they can still do anything. In my situation, doesn't matter if obviously, well, with my youngest son, he's got sensory. Like, I know he's got the sensory, but I still want him to believe in his head. You know, I could be the next prime minister.
100%. Bro.
I could be the next obviously inventor.
100%.
Anything that he wants to do, he knows, that he can do it.
And you know what I say as well, like, this is gonna seem so maybe naive, maybe either way, it doesn't matter what it is, right? I saw a lady and they had Down syndrome, and that's not quite sensory, but it's of a it's on a spectrum of some sort, right? And they was an actor, and I was so impressed. And that's what's I'm happy for people to look at me and call me simple-minded. I don't mind that at all. But what it was I said to myself, I'm so impressed that this person has not allowed that to hold them back. However they prepared. Now, I've always wanted to do acting personally. I feel like I can do a real good change of character. I'm big and all of this, and I'm soft like putty around the right people anyway. But at the same time, I've always wanted to play a villain where you would look at me and you think, oh gosh, like, and you think you don't know him, he's acting. Do you know what I mean? I've always wanted to do that. But I thought to myself, like, you know, I, again, would have put myself on somewhat of a spectrum when I was younger, and said I suffer with dyslexia. So I didn't want to have to keep reading the lines in the acting school and fumble them. That come from me being young in school, I think, and struggling with reading publicly.
Yeah, I think what it is, when we was growing up, there was no names. There was no names. So saying, "Oh, you got this, you got that." Yeah, you know what? They're calling it ADHD now, but back when I was at school, like, I was obviously classed as like the naughty kid. Like, I couldn't focus. I tried my best, whatever. But now, if you look at us in my eldest son, he's like how I was when I was a kid. Now they could obviously saying it's ADHD.
Give a title, yeah.
Yeah, title. But you know what the mad thing about it is, even though he can't focus at times, and he says the way he explains it, like his head's full. So what the teachers do now is they'll say to him, go outside, run, obviously lose out that energy.
And blow it out. Yeah,
blow it out. You got 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then what I'll do, I'll come back in
and focus a bit more.
Focus. Like I said this in the last post as well. Like, maths is good at maths.
Like a calculator.
Yeah.
And
he's like, comes to me, Dad, write some sums. Before I sit down, I'm done. And it's everyone's got a way of learning. And even though, like, I think a lot of people now put titles on it, like a lot, where I don't call it naive, because I'm still learning, but I don't really like to put a title on it.
100%.
I don't.
I'm same, exactly the same.
She likes, oh, yeah, you need to understand it, and yes, I'm trying to understand it.
Yes,
but
when you put the title on,
don't put the title on, because you know what? I've been in some situations where people obviously with sensory and them kind of see, like, not even disability. I'm not even calling it disability.
No, superpower.
All right. Then.
Yeah. Because just before you go on, the reason why it's superpower is because you can see it as a disadvantage. We're talking about a little calculator. If you've got just a calculator, it's not a phone, it's just a calculator. It can do any sum, can't take a picture. Yeah, man. But it can do it because it's a calculator. So that's why I say superpower. Strong in one area, may not have so much strength in one area.
Attributes.
Do you know what I'm saying? So it is a superpower. Please carry on, my bro.
So the way that I see things is, if you put a label on something, people. I'm gonna say it anyway, because obviously you may not see. Okay, sometimes I find it hard to explain myself, but there's been situations where someone with sensory or whatever has done something, and in the same situation where, oh, you can't do anything because I've got this. That's using it as a crutch. Yeah. Teaching yourself, obviously, I can get away with this because I've got this. Yeah. You haven't. No, you can't.
And the thing is, though, when you're using it to your advantage, then that's when that's still manipulation. That's still manipulation. Do you know what I mean? Like 100%, that's manipulation, because what people tend to do, well, you know, you can't kick back at me because of this. But then if you're aware of it,
because what you've been told,
because of what you've been told and taught, then you've got somewhat form of control over it too. So you can't lash out or hit somebody and then say you can't, you know, like, this isn't tig off. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you're in control of it enough to be able to say, oh, you can't get me back, then have some form of restraint, you know? Now, that doesn't suit everybody. And again, back to the point of sensory, when I was younger, I struggled with reading Now, I don't know if I was tested, maybe not, but I didn't get the diagnosis, and it helped me because even though I knew I struggled with reading a lot, the word "the" I would see on different sentences, but what would happen is it's also mind over matter. I was telling myself, oh my gosh, I'm going to struggle with this sentence or reading out loud. So then I struggled with reading out loud. That's a form of manifestation. And then I distract. So I'm reading out loud, then you get to "the," and then I get distracted in my own head. Then I've made, after the word "the," I've got the word wrong. Then my mind just jumped to the first "the" I saw. And that's when the word "the" starts to jump. The word "the" doesn't jump. I just noticed them on different. So then I started to train myself and work on myself. Now, it's good because one would say, yeah, but if you got diagnosed, then you could have got that
help
quicker. However, if I'd have used it as a crutch, every application form, can you read it out to me, please? Because I can't. And then when you start saying you can't before you do stuff, you are then leaning on it like a crutch. When that crutch gets knocked from underneath you, you feel crippled. But actually, I was able to learn several different ways of communicating styles. I had to be very good at not necessarily freestyle, but knowing what I wanted to express, because then therefore I'm not doing flashcards. For the whole podcast, I've never done flashcards. I'll have a little prompt here and there, and if I write questions down, I'm like my quick fire questions, but I've never done flashcards because for me, I feel like that's too much of a distraction. I'm reading, right, next one, we're going to be talking about and you're thinking, yo, chill out, my bro. But if I'm like, okay, boom, 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 I get to the point a lot quicker. Do you know what I mean?
Different styles.
So,
but like, you know, as well, I even said to you the other day when we was talking about discussing about this topic. The film Ray, starring Jamie Foxx. When obviously it's like a biography of obviously Ray Charles, but there's a scene where Ray Charles is a kid, losing his eyesight, and his mom keeps on picking him up. Every time he falls, picking him up. And then one time, he falls, and his mom's there standing, and he's crying for his mom. Mom, I need you, whatever. And then it's silence, because he realised no one's there. I have to get up.
Pick up himself?
Yeah. Gets up and his mum starts crying and like says, "Why are you crying, mum?" Like he knew his mum was there. She says, because you know what? She cried because you know what? Proud.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so don't let what was the mum saying?
You'll be good without me.
Yeah, and don't let anyone tell you that you're a cripple.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And that there again, that is someone using their mindset as an advantage. You know, if you tell your child, okay, you're a blind child, you need someone forever. Well, then you need someone forever. You'll never be anything. These guys, no, Ray Charles,
yeah.
Ended up one of the best piano players in the world. Stevie Wonder, another one. You know, you've got Stephen Hawking, another one. All of these forms of quote unquote disabilities, where if you actually lean into the gift that God gave you, then you know you can become someone quite special and celebrated for your strengths.
Embracing your superpower.
And now let's use the term a superpower for those who follow superheroes. We've got Daredevil. Daredevil was a man who lost his sight and he walked with a stick. Now somehow he leaned ultra into it, and then his hearing and stuff, and now you know in terms of the movie world he can see things with his ears, and you know he can the sound pings off the room, so he can have a very clear understanding of the room.
Was it through the rain as well?
Yes,
yeah, the rain as well, yeah.
Because he had to learn in all different circumstances. But again, if you stay there and you think, well, you know, oh, I've got this disability and, you know, poor me, and like I can't do anything with it. You're watching people walk down the road on YouTube now, this is, with water on their head, and they've got no arms. And they've got water on their head.
Because they have no choice.
Because they've got no choice. They've got to go to the well. Yes, we're very you know, heartbroken or saddened by the opportunity that God gave you, but your heart's still beating. We're gonna tee you up and get you ready to go. And that's the thing, you know, using it as a strength and not a crutch. Again, back to the person with Down syndrome, they're better than me, because I was one of the people that used to think, I can't act. Of course I can act. But I'm thinking like, you know, oh gosh, what if I fumble the lines? What if I look stupid? Meanwhile, this person who has less control over their physical body as I would have, has far surpassed me. And that taught me, don't let nothing hold you back down.
Amen.
Nothing at all. And also, don't laugh. Don't laugh at nobody. You know, when I was younger, I didn't used to like to laugh at people with a superpower that was quite physical, whether they be in a wheelchair or, you know, one may say the face looks a certain type. It doesn't matter. But I didn't used to like to laugh. And sometimes people I'm around laugh and stuff, and you think... And sometimes, and it's like, no, don't join them. Do not join them. Leave them, because that they've got karma coming to them. Do not join them and wish it on yourself just to be part of a group that is going nowhere, that has no ambition. Do you know what I mean?
So laughing, yeah. Help them.
Help them. 100%. 100%. We are going to move on, but last story, I went to Sutton Coldfield College, and I'm with my boys, and we're quite big lads. We was not this size at all, but we was big lads when we was in college, you know. And then this old lady out of all of us in a group, couple black, couple white, one or two Asian, and they said like, excuse me. I said, yeah. Could you just help me cross the road? And I looked and I said, of course we can. And she had one big black one there, one big black one here, and this little old frail white curly hair old thing in between us, and we've just got around and we're helping her cross the road. And I thought, I could love you, whoever nanny you are, God bless you, because instead of you looking seeing fear, you looked and said, yeah, you're gonna get me across the road.
Seeing good people.
Yeah, that's what she saw, the heart.
Yeah, man.
And this is why we have to look into the heart, and that's why it is a superpower as opposed to a crutch.
Yeah, man.
Do you know what I mean? So we do have a video that we're going to be reacting to, so we'll play the video right now.
Have I done having another baby? I'm not joking now. Today has been the worst day since Mason has been born. He has physically attacked me this morning all the way to school. I've had to not dress him. He's been punching, kicking me, hitting me whilst I'm driving, everything, and I'm absolutely in shock. I've never experienced it. He's only 7. He's autistic. And no matter how much he goes, you're hating me and crying, he just... What the fuck are you meant to do? What are you meant to do? It's my little boy, like, and I've got a little 16-month-old daughter. What happens if he attacks her? What the fuck have I done? What's up with him? Why is he doing that? You can't tell me. It's so hard. So hard.
So, in regards to schizo tissue, guys, like I say, high fevers, guys, big muscles out today.
So,
go on, Dan.
Let me kick off this.
Go on, brother.
I know, because obviously I'm been in this situation. Now, first of all, big up all the parents that have got SEN kids, or obviously kids with autism. Yeah, because you know what? Even though my youngest has obviously got SEN, but he can still do everything, still read, still write, and whatever. There's kids out there that can't communicate. They can't talk.
Yeah, non-verbal.
They're non-verbal, and these are the parents I'm talking to, mom and dad.
Yes,
I respect you, because you know what, it's hard, and I've seen it.
Yeah,
you get me full blown. Yeah, you can't you're trying. Some of the kids are violent because that's the only way they can express and communicate. Yeah. And you know what? I take my hat off to you.
Mm-hmm. It's tiring, man.
It's tiring. It's hard. Yeah.
It drives a wedge in your relationship as well.
Yeah.
It really does.
And some parents, moms don't get no break. Mm-hmm. You get me? I'm saying I say no names, but some parents do not get a break. Mm-hmm. So, again, I take my hat off to you. And the way, obviously, kids they kind of express themselves, obviously saying, "No, you know what? I'm hurting," mm-hmm. or "My head's full." So the other thing they can do is obviously be frustrated and act in violence. Mm. And if you're not, I'd seek help. You know what 100%. I mean? Because I think the older they get and the bigger they get, seek the help.
And I would definitely say as well, seek the help, but do your best to create a system, and 2
routine.
Routine.
Yeah.
And then we need consistency from both sides, because how it is mothers are nurturers, fathers are more firmer disciplinarians. But then what can happen, especially bringing it back to this video here, what can happen is if one particular party, could be mum, is letting child get away with a little bit more, then what can happen is when the presence of dad is around, the child is on his best behaviour because they fear or feel consequence around the corner. Where with mum, less of a threat, more nurture, and therefore they feel like they can push their luck and have more of a free reign. But then what happens is
it depends it does depend though if both parents are present.
That's my point. That's what I was going to say.
You know what I mean? Because like that video there, I was just trying to cut you. Look, you see, if you hear her, I don't know what I've done. So obviously she's probably a single mom. She's obviously feeling the pain. Yeah, she's scared. She's got obviously another baby. What if obviously what if I turn my head and obviously a child obviously with the sensory, with the autism, does something to the little one?
And this is what I'm saying now. You see, I understand that, but this is only my opinion, right? This is where firm parenting comes in, because the firm parent could be dad. That doesn't mean kick, shout or scream, but what it does mean is do not bend. When you're consistent and you're saying no, then they know boundaries. But if a child, it doesn't matter sen or non-sen, isn't provided boundaries, then they go roaming, and it's in that area of roam they can hurt someone else or themselves. That's very deep and open, honest, because sometimes we don't want to discuss that, and then that's where the labels can come through. Now I understand not all it's not one size fits all. It totally. But at the same time, if a child is in a house with a man present, boy or girl, when the man puts boundaries in place, we're more likely to listen, not all the time, but more likely to listen. But if the child is allowed leeway, i.e. through mum, or maybe when friends or family come, and either way, when the reins are loosened, because we're not being consistent, we had 2-3 good days, and then we've had one day where I don't feel very well, so I've just let everything happen, and then you've got to get back all of that momentum again. Then what can happen is the child, although we're looking at them like, oh, you've got a disability or a defect in the mind, they're actually very quick.
They're clued on.
They're very clued on, bro. They know, oh, okay, weak here, okay, pressure. And like, oh, come on then, just have it. But then when we go out in public, that's where embarrassment settles in, because you think, oh my God, don't do this in front of everyone here. But they're not just going to think, I'm in public, I'm not going to do it. They're going to think, I'm in public, this is definitely going to get me my own way quicker. No, you can't have that. Okay, yeah, go have it. Shush.
Obviously, I've been in a situation. Just they're not decided to say just for a peaceful life.
Just for a peaceful life.
Sometimes, a peaceful life, ain't the right way.
No, it isn't. I'd rather a headache up front. I'm telling you straight. Give me hard times and a headache up front, and the latter end peaceful. then peaceful up
more
front,
rewards,
and the latter end headache and distress. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've always done that. I've always said I'd much rather have the hard work at the beginning and a nice, cool, calm ending. And that's work, that's school, that's in every situation. Let me do the hard part at the beginning, and at the end I can cruise, then do the hard part at the end, and at the beginning I've been cruising. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Because years go by, and you're like, yeah, man. And then again, like I've said in the last podcast, yeah, you try and obviously put things in order, yeah.
They're not interested.
No,
they're set in the ways. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're not interested. They're set in the ways. They've got their form of communication style, and they're not budging. Whilst I'm on that point, I've got family who are very close to my heart who have a non-verbal child, and what I said to them is the first thing I would say is, don't stop praying, don't stop talking to the child, and do not stop expecting that child to talk. Make room for the child to talk. Make it very simple. So then they say, like, left or right? Tell me now. Choose one. Okay. Was you gonna choose one? Or and then you get and you think, okay, was it that one? Okay, and you get something from them, because God works in mysterious ways.
Yeah,
and one day the baby or the person or the little somebody, whatever, can just say left, and you say, that what? Left?
And they say, you heard what I said.
You heard me? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
And then that's another thing as well. We can sometimes project our fears onto our children. So my daughter is on the spectrum, and then what I started to do was get her to create in her mind her future. So I say, well, what you doing, babe? What you drawing? So in creative time, she has to do drawing. Now all three of my kids have to do drawing, but the drawing was predominantly for her. So when she watched the older two doing creative time, it was easy for her brain to accept, well, I've got to do it, because I'm going to get resistance from the older two, never mind the little one. But if all three of them are in the same space being creative, then that's it. There's no resistance. I'm not bending. We all go to school, and in school, none of you don't give the teachers grief because they tell me, oh, they're a pleasure. Oh, they're a pleasure. And we got 3 pleasures and not home. You don't want to do what I'm telling you.
You know what it is? Like, even obviously the kid's mom says it as well. The reason why they do it is because it's their safe space.
It's their safe space.
You get me? So they think, I don't know them. Yeah, so I've got to listen.
Yeah.
Yeah. In here, I can relax.
Yeah.
I can just chill. So if I don't want to do it, I don't have to do it.
And that's the thing. But then you see what though, later on in life, that's the same approach we take. I'm at safe space. No, you're at work. I don't want to go to work today. Why not? Because I don't feel like it. So where's the money coming from? Well, I don't know. Well, that's fine until you get yourself into debt that they will happily allow you to take a credit card and run up that, and then take another one and run up that, and then now you don't want to wake up because you got whole per debt. That's an able body and brain, never mind one with a superpower or super talent. And it's true. So I'm like, you know what, again, hard work up front, and at the latter end it's easy. For those of you at home, I'm always saying to my daughter, right, what are you doing? I've got my cake shop. Oh, you got cake shop? Okay, then, so are you rich? I'm rich. Okay, because manifestation is so simple.
Powerful.
Us and powerful, thank you.
Powerful, man.
Us humans, we overcomplicate it, but this is where the ones with the superpowers have the advantage, because they are very much simple-minded.
As well, the calculate things.
That's what I'm saying. But you see, when it's simple-minded, or at least I'm very simple-minded, you know how much people struggle to do this?
Yeah.
When I said, oh, okay, so if I just get this, and I put this, and I make this, and everything will come, the followers will come in time, but if I do this and this and this, and I can take my whole setup in anyone's house, and someone else is still sitting there with their A-star and their degree, trying to work out, well, I need to buy this, and I can't do this without this, so maybe I'll just wait. And me, my little simple mind, I've just gone surpassed them. and started. And that's the same thing. When you have a simple mind, you remove a lot more of the barriers because you don't see them. So you just naturally walk through them. Instead of putting these mental blocks in front of yourself so far because you're overthinking. And that was the point I was making. Do you know what I mean? That was really the point. So in all honesty, see it as a superpower. To the lady, just so we can conclude her video and move
Commend you.
Yeah. And also, don't blame yourself. At the same time, we've all done it. What have I done? But you haven't done. This is God's doing. This is God's plan. If anything, you're struggling. God doesn't bring you to nothing. He won't bring you through. So therefore, she could have just been the example for other people to say, okay, well, can we this and this? She could also look at the foods. If little one is having certain foods that's encouraging his
Asperger's
to spike, then we may need to change the whole palette. Yes, it's going to make you more drained, but when little ones got more attention, they're a little bit more focused, they've got more manners, more respect, they're not lashing out, then is it worth it? 100% it's worth it. And that's what we need to take into consideration as parents. You know what I mean? I just got my little one some building blocks. It's like Minecraft, but in the real life, like they've got little magnets and you can build stuff. So now I'm saying to her, an hour a day, I want you on that. So now that's 2 hours off devices. When I could just easily say, you want device? Here you go, shut up. And she's quiet. And then when I'm trying to get her to do something, we're struggling to communicate with one another because she's used to just handing in a device to be her parent, her teacher, and the scrolling on the dopamine hits is everything that she needs.
I think it's this generation.
It is.
It is, because when we was growing up here,
we didn't have that.
My mum was like kicking me out, saying, "Why you gonna play outside? Like, but nothing. Your computer's still here. Go and play outside." Why?
Sorry. That was straight to the back.
Hit you.
Straight to the back of my phone.
Yeah, brought. But yeah. But like this generation, and not as well. I'm not even gonna blame. Obviously, just one parent. Obviously, both of us, because you know what, like I said, it goes for like a easy life. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, it's cool.
But the thing is, though, as well, you have to understand as well that they got us all good, because what it was we would hand over a phone or a device not for an easy life. We would hand over a phone or a device as a treat, but it also was an access for them to watch their programs. We would sit in front of the TV and watch ITV, watch BBC, and those two channels. I mean, maybe not BBC so much, but ITV, when it had its Marvel, which was Iron Man. You had your Hulk, so all the different Hulks. You had all them types. So we'd sit in front of the TV and you'd wait. If you was very fortunate, maybe you go to Nan's sometimes, and Nan had Sky, but my Nan had Sky, but I didn't have no Sky, my brother. I tell you straight. And then we got cable, so then that was brilliant. But you had to watch what was there. You didn't have no flicking through 20 million challenge, and then you want to watch it again, same thing. You had a VCR and you have to watch the whole thing backwards just to get to the beginning, so man, you can watch it again going forwards.
And you know what I mean? The Sunday song of praise.
Song of praise. You know what I mean? You think, My nan was like, you know this song? You know what I mean?
Listen to this song.
Listen to this. Yeah. And you're there pretending that you care, and you don't. But now, we say, okay then, you want to watch Peppa Pig? Here you go. But then Peppa Pig goes on, Peppa Pig don't turn off. And then we've got Blue's Clues, and Blue's Clues don't turn off, and Bluey don't turn off, and Whippy don't turn off. Blippy. And then before you know it, all of a sudden you've got these videos on these devices, right, that we just set up for 1 or 2 little times, and now the kid can't go nowhere without their phone. They got a phone because their phone has their nonsense. Not nonsense.
You know, if I took the kids in the car, they're like, the first thing to do is Wi-Fi. Oh, can I have a tablet? Can I have a tablet? No, don't take a tablet. Why? Yes. Because I said so.
Yes.
We go into the park, we go on this,
Yes.
Listen, you don't need a tablet.
But check this then. My ones now, I mean, not so much now because they're more used to me, but you see the older ones, where we go and how long does it take to get there? Why do you need to know?
You're not driving.
You're not driving. Sit in the back and relax. Everyone's got their own music plugged into their own thing. Okay, the music thing I understand because you don't always want to hear the same. But then that's when you miss out on the group chats. That's like eating and everyone having their own bedroom. When everyone eats in the bedroom, it's disconnect. When everyone's around the table, or at least everyone's in the living room, you're connected. And then you can all, like we loved catchphrase as a family. We loved catchphrase as a family. I can't remember the last time we watched it, man, but we used to love it because we're discussing amongst each other and then everyone's shouting out and even Maya's getting involved and everyone's getting in, and it was so nice. Like I kept bringing together.
You know, mine was Gladiators.
Yeah, Gladiators was fire.
And I should be there, Nan and Grandad's. I'm not going to like, boss him up.
So you know what the new one was for my house, but then when they brought it out in Warsaw, specifically Warsaw, we lost interest. Ninja Warrior.
Oh,
we used to love to watch Ninja Warrior because I'm built like this. My kids, you think you can do that? And I'm like, I know I can do that. No, really? And I'm like, someone give me a real chance, let me do this. And then it come to locally, and then I've done it, but I can run up all the ramps and all of this and that, and it's brilliant. But when I watch it on the big screen, I used to always think, yeah, I could do that. And the OG Ninja Warrior, do you know what it is? Takeshi Castle.
Oh yeah.
Was what it was
late night that was on.
Yes, of course.
Late night.
I'm pretty sure it was Chinese or Korean, so please forgive me if I've got the name wrong. But it was very much that, and it was Ninja Warrior on steroids. Like it was Gladiators of the 90s with Ninja Warrior combined.
Dubbed.
And it was the best, it really was. And then we got Ninja Warrior come afterwards, you know what I mean? And it was brilliant now because these type of shows are the type of shows that it got you challenging, you're watching and you're thinking, oh, I'd love to do that. You reckon you could hold on and you're getting jabbed in your face by these things, or you've got to dodge all these things and you're like, wow. But it got you communicating as a family as opposed to this one on a device, this one on a device, this one on a device, and then you don't even get a thank you because everyone's just doing their own thing.
Different generation.
Different.
Yeah.
So we've got a tweet that we was going to review as well.
So we stopped disciplining children and started diagnosing them. Now we have a nation with uncountable adults. Tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah. And it's true. It's true because what it is now is that we've got like we're just saying, like we're discussing, like we're saying, it's easy to give someone a diagnosis. Now, that's not saying the hat doesn't fit, but just because the hat fits, just because the shoe fits, it doesn't mean you have to wear it. It doesn't mean that. I grew up, I knew I had a different, I struggled in certain aspects, but I loved maths, I loved physical stuff, I loved DT, I loved using my hands. I was very creative in art, and now I'm in this creative space, you know, and I love it, I absolutely love it. But also, let me just add, because I knew reading was a weakness, when I met my beautiful other half and their family were bookworms, they're eating Harry Potter books like this, bro. Just like light work, like light work, bro. And I'm just watching them, you know, like the when me and actually used to first meet at Christmas and that, like everyone's like this. And you're like, the house is silent, you hear a pin drop, and I'm thinking, I'd love to read like that. Well, why don't you? Well, why don't you? And you know what got me into reading? For anyone who's in a similar situation to me, what got me into reading was self-help books. I read a lot of these self-help books about mindset, about confidence, about whatever, and it was just something, and a lot of them was about making money as well, and it was just something that I enjoyed. Some people like the scary stuff, so like you know, the I call them murder mystery stuff. Some people like to read fantasy. It doesn't matter what it is.
It's got to grab you.
Yes,
it's got to grab you.
And open it, and then just start flicking the pages. And I started with 4 pages, just 4 pages today. And then I'll start to, I can't remember, just 4 pages, Dad, just 4 pages. And then you get into it, and you're like, oh my God, I've read 10 pages today. I can't remember the last time I picked up a book and read it. So tonight, I promise I'm going to pick up a book and just read 4 pages of anything, because 4 pages is enough to get you through. 1 page, it is enough, but you don't get into it. It's like saying walk 1 step a day. You can walk 1 mile in a day. 1 mile's 15 minutes. We can all do that.
You know me though. Sorry to cut you.
Nah, man, go on, my bro.
I think it's because, I don't know if anyone notices, like, but I can't keep still. So, call it how you want it, ADHD.
I don't know, it's not joking.
But, like, I'll put a book on, but I'll listen to it. So when I'm in the gym...
Audiobook,
yeah.
Audiobook,
When I'm at work, like, I'll listen to something, yeah. I got the Bible on my phone, yeah. I'll put, like, my headphones in, yeah. And sometimes I'll put, like, obviously a scripture or something, put my earphones in, and I'll read, and I'll, like, well, not read, but
I'll listen, and you're absorbing it, but you're making it.
Not saying obviously I can't read, because
no,
I can read.
Of course you can.
But it's a way that
it's making the game winnable for yourself.
Yeah,
winnable.
Man.
So that on the audio books, I love that, because that's what I also played. I played the Millionaire Next Door. I played the Secret Millionaire book. I also played Rich Dad Poor Dad. That's the one I wanted to get out. And oh man, there's some big boy books that was old school, right? And they had a lot of philosophies that when I had the physical book, I couldn't get my head around the text the way it was written. So I'm reading these sentences and it didn't make sense because I'm not reading it, but like I've swallowed a thesaurus and a dictionary combined. But then when I play the audio book, I can absorb the information. And I'm thinking, right, it's got 5 hours and I'm going to play it. Not all the time. One time I'm washing up. One time I'm in the gym. One time I'm going for a run. One time, and I'm just absorbing this information. And I'm thinking, okay, well done you. Because it isn't physical reading, you turning the pages, but you're absorbing the information the same way.
It's the way you take it in.
It is.
It's how you take it in.
It's just like some people can't swallow a pill, but they need medicine. So what do? They either crush it up and put it in a drink, or they have the fluid version of it. Do you know what I mean? And it's the exact same thing. As long as you got the message delivered, let's start there. You know what I mean? And we all can absorb stuff through hearing. Some people have to have the physical thing in front of them. Some people, they can hear what you're saying, but let me just get involved. Let me make the cup. I hear what you're saying, but if I can make the cup, then I'll never forget that. And that's fine, because life is all about different ways of absorbing information.
You know how I pass my theory?
Go on, my bro.
I failed my theory, People are going to laugh, but it's the truth. I passed my theory the 5th time.
Go on, my bro.
But you know how I learned?
Go on.
YouTube. YouTube, you know. People give me books, saying, read this. I was like, I can't take it in.
Yeah.
Cannot take it in. Yeah. I could drive.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to say it, but also I could drive.
Of course.
Yeah. But the way obviously I stored the information, was videos.
Yes.
Yeah. And when I went through my theory, every single question, I think I got 2 wrong.
Fair play.
On the 5th time.
Fair
but
play.
like books, people give me books, say, I have this books.
Yeah.
I have this disc. I was like, I couldn't take it. I couldn't.
And I can relate to that, because mine was process of elimination. So the way I learned my theory, because I passed 2nd time. Imagine this: the first time I got the questions right, I failed the hazard perception because I didn't click enough.
Yeah.
But the 2nd time, I thought right. And how I learn is through. I like the tests. So give me a short test, and everything I got right, I'm gonna remember. Yeah. And everything I got wrong, show me the answer, and I will get there through something of elimination. And that's how I got there. So there's always, let's say that to skin a cat, but I like cats, so let's not use that. But do you know what I mean? There's always a different way to get to the same number. Method. So then, like now, because we have to do our 3 things of gratitude before we close. But I always say there's so many different ways to get to the number 12. You can times 3 by 4, 4 by 3. You can add 6 to 4 at 6 to 4. You can 6 to 6. There's so many different ways, and you've got the same outcome. So it doesn't mean just because, you know, that picture where here there's a number 6, and I'm saying that's a 6, and you're saying that's a 9. Both of us are right. Because what I can see is a 6 and what you can see is a 9.
Your version.
And that doesn't mean that you're wrong, and it doesn't mean that I'm wrong. Both people can be right. So on that note, what's the 3 things that you're grateful for? I like this episode, by the way, guys. It was short and snappy.
Yeah, man.
But it's a topic just to discuss. So please let us know how you feel.
And also as well, I'm still learning.
Yes, and me.
Yeah. Trust me, yeah. With sensory kids, it's a superpower, but it's also understanding their superpower.
Yes.
Yeah. So
and getting them to understand themselves.
Yeah, man.
I'm not broken.
Yeah,
That's
man.
so important.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
not broken.
Yeah. And it's all about like understanding, and you know what, like I've still got questions, and I'll probably still have questions till to the end of time. So you know what, like if this obviously has helped you, you know what, give me tips as well, dealing with certain situations, because you know, like I says, we're all learning. Every day is a lesson.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah.
And that's the thing, we're all learning together, and like this is what I like the podcast, especially these particular episodes, you see, because it's just one person's opinion, and I love that because, you know, there's no right or wrong answer. Someone's going to look and say, boys, everything you've just said, you've nailed it, and you've given me so much to think about. Someone else is going to say, but you have no idea, because my son's Harvey and my name's Katie Price, and he's got all these different obstacles that it isn't just one size fits all. And we're going to say, you know what, Katie, hats off to you, man. We're not singling in you out. But then let's talk about it and let's see if we can. You know what I mean? We learn as a team.
It's all about understanding.
It's all about understanding.
You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm still learning. Like I'm still like frustrated because like he's frustrated and it's like a mirror image. So I was like, okay, I'm trying to understand what you mean, and like how come like you don't like this? How come you don't like that? You know what I mean? And everyone that knows, obviously, my 2 kids, my own, my eldest, everyone says that he's like me when I was a kid. But now, my youngest is like me when now doesn't like company. Yeah. Listen, the house could be full, you know, my youngest is upstairs. Yeah.
Happy on his space,
happy in his space,
Happy.
And then they were like, oh, Dad, when are they going?
You know, the most TT is exactly the same.
What you mean?
It's too loud.
Yeah. It's too loud, like, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I get it, man. Every day is a graft, and that's, like I say, you know what, like I said, there's also a graft, obviously, for baby mum as well. So, you know what, hats off to for the both parents that are dealing with sensory kids. Even more big up for the single parents, single mums, also single dads, if you know what I mean, that dealing with obviously sensory kids, autism kids, any other superpower. Not gonna say disability.
Superpower.
Yeah, it's never disability. Yeah, never use a crutch. Yeah, you get me?
No, I was going to say, and the thing is though, the reason why we love the term superpower is because right now, whoever we're talking about is young. You don't know how it's going to benefit them later. When your little one and my little one can turn to someone fully able, and to the eye, you can't see it no more. They can turn around and say, guess what, you see, when I was little, no, when we was little, this was this and this was this, and if you think I'm talking it, talk to my dad, talk to my mum, they had their hands cut out, and then all of a sudden someone else's parent or someone else's little soul is saying thank you, because that means that I'm good now. Like, I know that there's not hope for me, but my superpower is going to unfold into a way that I can benefit the world.
Yeah, man. Be someone, you know, as well. So be someone's mentor.
Yeah.
Be someone's mentor, brother. Yeah.
Share.
And if someone can mentor me, feel free, man. Because like I keep on saying, I'm still learning.
100%, my bro. And this is the thing, like, this is why I said we're in it together as a team. From you're a parent, you're in the same boat. From you've got similar thing, you know, like from someone's lost a parent, all of a sudden we're siblings. From someone's in a football team, you're not in my team, but we understand the same struggle. Now all of a sudden we're losing and everyone's saying get your head up. Everyone, once you played a game of football and you're on the losing team and the time on the clock You know what it feels like. So we should not throw stones. We should protect each other. We should uplift each other and to share hints and tips and to see how they can uplift one another's lives.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
So as we close, what 3 things are you grateful for?
My kids, siblings, this podcast, you, my brother.
Come on,
yeah,
my bro. I love it.
Always, yeah. This platform to help people.
Yeah, man.
And for me to learn myself. You get me?
Yeah, man.
I know about, obviously, like, yeah, man, what I can do for you and whatever. You know, I'm still like a sponge.
And that's the thing, no, you know, not jumping or trying to take it, but I am very happy to put myself in a public space and say I have no idea, because there's going to be someone behind me, and sometimes behind me is on the screen, and they say thank you because I had no confidence to say that, but you've said what I wanted to say, or what I was thinking, or what I've crossed my mind, and now you've given me something to think about. So just thank you. I'm always happy to go forwards and say I don't know, teach me. You know what I mean? I can talk and I come across in a way that I have a lot of knowledge, and I'm not going to play myself down, but I don't know everything. Yeah. And that's the first stage of knowing. That's the first stage of being a good teacher, is knowing you don't know everything. You don't know everything. It doesn't matter how old you are. You really don't. Do you know what I mean? If you're old, someone young can teach you. If you're young, someone old can teach you. You don't know everything.
Yeah, man. And it's about embracing that teaching as well.
Yes, exactly.
You know what I mean? Don't be stubborn to it. But yeah, man, what about your 3 things, brother?
So today we went to theme park, and I'm grateful, man. I went on a couple of the rides. Usually I'm the one that pays, and I'm the one that don't.
You have to put that in here.
No, but it's true, man. That everyone, come on, the parents all big me up on this. We're the ones that pay, and ask yourself, how much rides do you get on? 1 or 2, if that, because we're here for the kids. Whilst your eyes are crying, you know, because I just want to. No, I want to go on this. She's like, come on, man. So I was happy.
And you're cussing in your head, you know.
You know what I mean? Next time I'm coming on my own, because I want to go on that one, and I only just managed to get on one. But all jokes aside, I managed to get on a couple of rides, man, and that I'm just grateful for that. I'm grateful for yourself, because you know what? Yeah, you are the nudge in the right direction that I always need, and that's so important to have that as a brother, as a sibling, as a partner in crime, or sometimes just someone, you know, just to say like, you know, let's just come on, we got work to do. Yeah. But we got work to do. You know that there, then you say thank you, man, because sometimes it's not to that. No. We do it quick. We got work to do. And you think, thank you, bro, because I needed that. And the last thing I'm grateful for is I'm grateful for having the confidence to go forwards and potentially fail or be in a position of where people can laugh at me, just so other people behind me can benefit from what I'm trying to learn. I'm grateful for that, because that in itself is a super strength. Some people don't like to get laughed at. I don't like to get laughed at, but I don't mind putting myself in a position where people can laugh if they so happen to want to.
You know what I mean? But yeah, let people laugh at me.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, laugh.
Yeah, man.
Even smile at them.
Yeah, man. 100%.
Yeah, man. Carry on laughing.
Yeah.
You know what?
Time will tell. Yeah, me. Let's see who gets the last laugh. But on that note, guys, we're gonna close. This has been an amazing episode. Manners and respect. Big love and respect every single time.
Booker and Twiss. God is good. Peace, love, unity.
Every time.
All the time. Yeah? Peace.
Peace out.